We almost we just got home from our church. We had our Christmas event, and I told Steph, I was like, "Well, it's getting late. Should we go out and do a live, or just skip it this week?" So we decided that we are starting on the tiny cabin this week, and we do need some advice on some things, and we had a lot of people leave comments, and there were some good comments, but so that's kind of what we're going to talk about tonight. How are you doing, TC? Hope you're having a great night as well.
Hey, Husker Boy, Stephanie, Terry. There's Crandall and Marcy.
How are you, Crandall? And Marcy and the babies. I've got a nephew named Paxton as well.
Yeah.
So
they really liked that Paxton was one of the kids.
Hey Marie, how are you? That's Marie, our neighbor, Twisted Me Minis. You'll probably be seeing her pretty soon. I'd probably say in probably about 15 hours. She may be in the next video. We had to get some help down here badly. But yes, I can't hold secrets, so I don't even, like, somebody sent a message the other day saying Stephanie's videos are way ahead of yours. I'm like, that's okay. We just share everything, and just know that there'll be another one coming out. There's sometimes some things you see on Steph's channel you'll see on mine, so that's just kind of part of it.
I told him I'm gonna outdo him. What's bad is he's the one that edits both of them, so credit goes to both. Credit mostly goes to him.
Tennessee. Hello. There's another Stephanie.
Look at there. We get 2 Stephanies.
We got all kinds of Stephanies in the house tonight.
Yeah.
Hey Chris, how are you?
That's the best kind of live. Sharon. Hey Chickasaw Scott, Deborah.
But we'll
everyone.
let a few people come in, and then we'll kind of get started on it. I've got another special guest that is going to be coming to rescue me again, because when it comes to building things, man, I'm just not there. I build it to the point where I get stuck, and then I just...
He can build where animals can live in there.
Yes, as long as it's animals, I'm good. A chicken pen I can build. The barn, this barn we built, we had so much fun building this shed, and thankful Crandall come up and helped us with the roof. Boy, it'd be nice to get him back down here one day. But yeah, so I got one end left on it. But
hey Blake,
we are moving on to we're going to finish that as well. But the tiny house is what we're starting our next big project. So
yeah, ready for my washer and dryer.
Yeah, washer and dryer to get the freezer and stuff down here. So we got to get the electric and some plumbing.
Which reminds me, tomorrow's laundry day.
Yeah, so we are moving on. One of the questions that I need your advice is on the insulation. Do we do spray foam, like the whole building spray foam? The shed, the soon-to-be tiny house, has got a metal roof on top, and some people said, well, if you spray foam it, it would kind of block out some of the rain and stuff hitting it. We got an estimate on that building. It was right at $2,000 and $2,100. But I thought maybe we could go with the insulation like the Pink Panther on the walls, and then spray foam the ceiling. And then I got to seeing that there's some other channels out there that actually get spray foam from Amazon. Daniel sent me a video the other night of a guy actually spray foaming his shop, and it looked pretty easy. And it come in these cans, and so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Need some advice on that. If y'all could help us out on that, what should we do? Or
they said Crandall or Marcy. Is it both of y'all here, or? Just
Yeah.
one. I know she may be with the babies, but he said, yeah, everyone needs washer and dryers. It's snowing in Massachusetts, where Terry is.
Yeah, I mean, Crandall told me that Mike's pretty good at electricity, so we may have to get Mike over here to help us with electricity.
Yep.
I seen Mike. He went down and helped out with your laundry room the other day, Crandall. Let's see. Spray foam if you can afford it. Much better.
Team spray foam, Marie said.
Yeah, that's.
I'm thinking spray foam out of all, because I do a lot of the comments, and everybody. I mean, there's been some that's like it's way cheaper at Pink Panther, and we know it is, but spray foam, everybody says it keeps critters out, not only the wind and everything, but it keeps animals out, I guess, critters, and like everybody said, that it keeps the sound off that tin roof, and I don't know. I think spray foam's going to be the best way, even though it's going to be a lot more expensive. We're going to love it in the long run.
Yeah, I like the sound of raindrops, and the other night it rained from 10 o'clock to 6 a.m., and it was raining on the top of the camper, and you talking about some good sleep. That was some good sleep. We needed the rain. Our pond is halfway full, so we have definitely been blessed with rain. I wished I'd got my seeds out, but I did get the seeds out for the deer plot, so hopefully some of those things will start.
Oh, I did get, speaking about Crandall, I did get some gifts, some baby gifts.
Well, he might just have to make a special trip up here one day.
Yeah. Or we can make a special trip. I don't know.
I'm doing an inside joke.
I think, I know. I think, with our nephew just being born a couple weeks ago, knowing that I cannot have any more babies, and I'm perfectly happy with that, but it still gives you that baby fever and makes you go and spend more on all the babies that's being born. So, if any babies are born.
Yeah, I went back and I seen that on Jason's as well. And what I didn't understand what they was talking about on the spray foam. What was it? I guess there's one way they just spray it in there that doesn't look nice, and then there's another way they spray it and make it look nice if it's going to be out in the opening. That's what Daniel spray foamed his whole shop, and it looks really, really nice.
Brenda said you can buy it on Amazon, but it's about $1,000 a can, and you'd probably need 2 to 3 cans.
Oh God, no.
So we'd just have someone do it for that price.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at the prices of the cans. Yeah, we may just do that.
Try some of the wool insulation on the walls for sound and fire retardant. I haven't heard of wool insulation.
Probably talking about a different. So Crandall's here, or somebody else that knows. What is the different numbers on the insulation? We've seen
like
R31, R30, R13. What does that mean?
Different letters too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Richard, hey y'all, hope you're doing well.
We are doing awesome. Tomorrow's my Friday, so we're really, really doing good.
For the size of your shed, it will cost about $300 to spray foam it from Amazon. Better to have someone do it for you. I think they probably meant 3,000. Pink can hold moisture and cause mold and rot. Oh. So we may not want that. We don't want that, definitely, if Leighton's going to be seen in there.
Well, that's probably over time.
Marie said they really like MVP's house.
Yeah, Marie and them just finished a tiny home as well. It is beautiful. They did some amazing work. The countertop. She'll have to show y'all sometime. And that's what I told her. I was like, I wish you'd have filmed that. That is people would love to see that kind of stuff. Maybe she's got some pictures she can show y'all. Rockwell. Crandall needs to get some water in his house.
I was reading that one too.
Yes, Roger. That I was somebody told me that as well, and we're going to do some questions about the water and electricity as well.
With metal roofs, you will get condensation roof foam.
Really? Okay. Yeah, somebody said that it will hold condensation at the top of it when it gets hot, cold. Closed cells versus open cells. Okay. Closed cells, I'm assuming, is when the paneling goes on the walls so nobody can see it. Open cells means people can see it, correct?
My thing is make sure spray foam can be toxic if it doesn't dry right. Just a warning, but it's a better way.
Yeah.
Good evening in Oklahoma. I'm having a good day, but tomorrow night, Tuesday morning, my 87-year-old mom is having surgery and can get everyone to pray for her on Tuesday. I'm going to need y'all.
We can definitely do that.
Yeah, we'll definitely pray
Prayers
for your
are
mom.
amazing. Nate on YouTube. I watched a lot of videos, but sometimes I like to just get y'all's opinion. I'm better at talking things out than always watching it. Hubby said spray foam.
Hey, Andel. You two are looking good.
Thank you. Jason Coghill did, yeah. Their house is beautiful. Jason's and them.
All right, Billy. Happy birthday.
Yes, thanks for stopping by. Tony, how are you? There's the open and close spray foam.
In our attic.
Okay.
I'm surprised we're on the same page. Man.
I think my only downfall with putting the Pink Panther is it is itchy, but the other deal with spray foam, you got to make sure you get your water line and everything in there because they say it's hard to go in and add that stuff if you had to do something later on.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Brenda said you'd want R31 on the ceiling and R15 on the walls. Richard, our shirt man, thank y'all for your business this year. Appreciate y'all and happy for everything ahead.
Yes, Richard. As soon as we get our new building up here, hopefully we can get some more shirts and get everything back online again.
Kelsey, love watching you guys. Been watching for a little over a month, but never commented. Cradle said, our value is how well it just get where to go. It's how well it retains heat. The higher the number, the better it holds in or out temperature.
Huh. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to talk to him tomorrow and see.
Yeah, because we'll have to do the plumbing to what the washer and the sink.
So just to clarify, do we want open cell or closed cell?
Yeah, the higher insulation.
Hey, Lori, how are you? Lori with LG Homestead.
Are your walls 2x4 or 2x6s?
They are 2x4. I seen where y'all was cleaning up the field the other day with all the metal, but I can't believe they left all the round bell string just laying in the field. That had to be, I mean, that's dangerous for the cows. But luckily, y'all went through and picked it all up. That was really smart. Hey, Mike, how are you? Yeah, there's speaking of Mike.
Yep.
There he is.
Were your ears ringing?
What is the price difference? On the open sales or closed sale? Not for sure.
Have you put blocks under the shed?
No, the day after when we get all of the blocks arrived, that is the day we got the like 9 hours of rain. So they're out there.
Super muddy again.
It's super muddy, so we're letting it try to dry out before we get into that.
Hey, Margie. Roof vents.
The plywood went up 8 foot on the walls. Yeah, I'm gonna put. We've got some paneling we're going to use for the walls. The kids are doing good. They're asleep right now.
What was the board insulation you got for the camper? I think that would be a good choice. Shouldn't have an allergenic effect.
I'm not for sure on that.
How's the kiddos doing? I have 3 grandsons that are autistic and I love them. Your boy is a lot like 2 of my grandsons. They're doing good. Like you said, they're asleep. We did a lot of stuff outside today and they are wore out.
Closed cell is stronger. Open cell is weaker. You can poke. Okay, so I'm assuming if it's closed cell, it's probably going to be open cell is weak. Closed cell is probably going to be more expensive.
Marie said they have open cell. A bunch of people saying closed cell.
Spray foam is flammable.
Yeah, you just have to be very careful with it. Brandon, is your allergy to the pink stuff and formal something allergy, or is it just the itch when installing?
It's just the itch. I can't stand it. I worked. I got a job when I was young, and it was at a fiberglass plant where we made these manhole cover deals. And literally, I tried to work there for 3 days. I couldn't take no more. I had to leave.
Mike said it's a good time to put the tie downs on the shed while it's muddy.
Really? Well, I've got all the blocks. I thought it would be good to let it dry out, to let it settle. But the tie downs is probably where I'm going to have you come down and help on some of that, because there's a lot of things that I don't know how to do, and I think between all of our friends, we can get everything to work out well.
What are you using the building for? The building is, a third of it is, we're making our oldest son's bedroom, and then another third of it is going to be like a washer and dryer room, and then the middle part is going to have like a table, our refrigerator, a freezer. I'm missing something.
Washer and dryer.
I said that.
Okay.
Oh, the thing a sink with a bar type thing. So it's gonna be kind of like a lounge area because winter's coming and it's gonna be super cold and we don't want to bite each other's heads off, all staying in the camper.
Real OG, Brandon, do you know the orange? Yes. I actually worked with Daniel before he retired. I'm not a state trooper. I'm a deputy sheriff, so he worked in the same area, and we went to school in the same area. So yeah, I've known him for a good time. We put this out there, but in law enforcement, this is how crazy it is. When he started YouTube, um, we really just don't not say we, but we just aggravated. I was like, oh my gosh, he's how can he sit there with a recorder and record all that? And then, needless to know, that six years later, we'd be sitting in a coffee shop, and he would be talking to me, and I'm taking him serious on starting a YouTube channel. So it's crazy how things work.
All right, thank you, Debbie.
Hear that there's going to be a meetup this year. No, I haven't heard that, but I am planning on doing the Southern Oklahoman one in 2023. I've got a few more channels to talk to. When we did it the year we started it, that was a lot of work. And Brenda, you did a tremendous amount of help on. We can't thank you enough for that. We didn't have everything planned right. Didn't realize so many people was going to show up. It was amazing. We would have done it again this year. Just with us not having a house built, I just didn't feel we got so much going on out here. But hopefully, 2023, we're going to be doing it.
Crandall said, "Are you going to put sheetrock or paneling over the walls after insulating?"
It's going to be paneling. Or what do you suggest? I mean, we're talking this out because I want to know. I want to do what's best.
We put sheet or paneling because we see that in some houses and stuff. But if sheetrock's better, then
we'll do sheetrock. But I know with the angles, if we do sheetrock, there's going to be a lot of taping and mudding. Yes, Andel, it is. It really is. Like say, Twisted B Mini, Marie and William, they're just right down the road. They've helped us so much. And then Mike, he's only probably as a crow flies, probably 15 miles from here, or maybe a little further.
As a crow flies.
Yeah.
You're so.
As
redneck.
a crow fly.
What? I've never heard that in my life.
Whatever. That's a thing.
Oh Lord. My question is, why can't you do the spray foam yourself? Don't they have that stuff at Home Depot? That's why we're asking.
That's the reason why we're trying to talk this out. So, that's really that's the reason why we answer everybody's comments and stuff, because our subscribers are a big part of our family. They're more than subscribers. We take y'all's opinions, and we truly mean that.
Have you heard anything else on the house?
No, we have not.
Tie downs will go in dirt better, and then will stay better after drying. The hole will shrink around the tie down if damp. Okay. So really, we need to be getting on that.
Paneling would be fun. Brandon, have you seen that incident that I'm talking about? I've seen some kind of insulation that they had at Lowe's, but I didn't really. We was running out of time, so pros and cons to both paneling and. Okay, it'll be a lot lighter.
I'd install a shower and toilet if you could.
Margie, yes, if we do that route, I have got a plan. This thing right here will cover my whole body, and even like shoes and everything. And then I can put some gloves on and a mask, and I should be good to go. I've had this for a good while, and I've kept it and I kept it. That's the reason I don't throw things away. I may use it, and this.
He doesn't throw away anything. Like the other day, I was like, "Take this to the dump," and he was like, "No, I can use that." Or no, it was that a water trough thing that was busted out, and I was like, "No," because we won't use it for years.
And Dale says, I say that often too, as a crow flies. As a crow flies means a straight line.
Okay.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that. Brandon, have you thought about? Oh, that's what you just read. Just kidding.
It's probably going to be it's going to be more like in the future, probably a place that we're going to keep, that when our guest comes down, they don't have to go stay in a motel or whatever. We'll fix it up. There'll be a bedroom there, washer, dryer, sink, and they can wash their clothes, whatever. So that we're probably going to leave that as a guest house.
Or if friends down the road just want to run away for a night or two. That's a Southern says. I'm Southern. I guess I'm just not that Southern. I don't know.
Drive them, the tie downs, okay. It should cost under $500. Let's see. They make the pink insulation and clothes to help with the. I didn't know that.
It's a good song. Oh, I guess that's a song too.
As a crow flies. Yeah, it's a very common term. So you're not common.
Well, I'm okay with standing out.
Yes, it is itchy for sure. Okay, so I think
Crandall said he would probably do paneling is lighter, but they both have pros and cons.
all right.
I can't find it now, but I saw it.
Yeah, I think that we'll probably do the insulation spray foam. I'm going to call him tomorrow and ask about the open and close deal. And that was the deal, because at one time I thought, well, we'll turn this into my brooder house or whatever. And then I was like, well, if we're going to put that much money in it, put sinks and everything in it, we might as well just keep it so we can have our friends come down and stay. And
Good night, Crandall.
yeah, good night. Thanks for stopping by. I hope y'all have a great day tomorrow. Great Monday. But
Yeah, game night can be in there.
so moving on from the insulation, what about? So there was several comments about a shower. We couldn't do a bathtub in there, but a stand-up shower. But if we put a shower, it would be small like the RV.
Mm-hmm.
But if we wanted to turn it into a guest, maybe.
You might need one.
So if that's the case, we'll have to cut down on one set. Maybe I'll get some. Maybe we get some more friends come up and that do this and
Kind of talk it through us.
Because we took tape and laid the tape out, trying to imagine everything, but still, there's so much more that goes into it. I know the sink's got to be on the back side because it's going to be up off the ground more. We got 20, 40, 60. We ended up getting right about 75 blocks. So I'm going to put blocks in the middle of the rafters, the thing it actually sits on, and then I'm going to put blocks on the outside. So it's going to have, in the middle, it's going to have blocks every 5 feet, And then on the outsides, it's going to have blocks every 6 feet.
Good night, Lori.
So that should keep it off the ground. I'm hoping it will.
Is Max, he lives here on the farm with us.
Yep, Max is here on the farm.
Do they have a farrier?
Who?
I don't know.
A farrier. Marie actually has a farrier that comes out that was actually over there the other day and did the horse hoofs. But actually, we need to take a look at some of ours and see what they. We just recently had to get all the horses wormed, and that will be the video tomorrow. And we got some special guests that showed up to help us out.
You call everybody special guests. I don't know if that's a polite thing to say.
They're not that kind of special.
I wasn't meaning that kind of special. I just...
or guests, or I don't know.
Maybe the bathroom can be an add-on, tiny shed.
Yeah, because they did tell us later on in the future we could add on to it. We could do anything that we want to it, so that might be something we do as well.
Yeah, I get like just a 10 by 10. It doesn't even have to be really that big, and put a little toilet and shower in it, or build a pop out for the shower.
Yeah.
If you do a bathroom, don't you have to do a sewer or septic?
Septic tank, we're already looking into a septic tank. The lateral lines, I've already talked to William about some lateral lines. There's a place where he went and got his tank. I think there's a 500-gallon tank and a 1,000-gallon. So we're going to look at that. But yes, we are going to now put in a whatever you call it. The small shed that we was talking about, which we don't have it right now, but later on there is a shed out there that I do want to get, because we're going to turn it into a 2-part chicken house, and it will probably be when the house gets here. I don't know. I'm the spur of the moment guy. If it sounds good that day, I'll just go with the flow.
They have on-demand electronic water heaters, not very expensive, Corey said.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. You gotta have a... But if we do that on the side, we could build a little out area to put it on the back side, and then we can box that off.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
How did Christmas show today?
It was awesome.
It's called Christmas Extravaganza. They have it every year, and there's different crafts that you make a ornament on one. On a few of them. There's like, I think 3 or 4 stations you make an ornament. There's a Christmas cookie area where they already have cookies made, and then you just get icing and decorate it and stuff. And then they had, I've never seen those fires for roasting marshmallows.
Yeah, I've seen that.
They had little, what would you call those?
Little fire cans?
I don't know. It's a small can like this that has a flame on it. I guess like for campsites. But it was a s'mores making area. And then they have one area where they did your hair into, like, they twisted around these white, it looks like a little halo that they sit on your head, and they twist your hair around it. It's really cute. The kids didn't do it this year, the hair place. it's always backed up, and it takes a good 15 minutes just to do the hair. And we did a carriage ride.
Yeah, we did the carriage ride right at the end. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a
Sandra,
lot of stuff.
the deal with Carly and Dixie, yeah, that has never happened before. So,
Some people might not know what you're talking about.
so Carly and Dixie got into a fight the other day, and
Over the food bowl.
over the food bowl, which a lot of people, didn't watch all the way through. We do have two food bowls, but we've always put it in two food bowls, and then they ate out of one and went over to another one. So we put it into one because when the goats finished, the goats would come over.
Mm-hmm.
But even the very next day, separated it, and they was eating out of the same bowl. So I don't. Some people said that Carly, she barks when a goat comes up. Some people thinks that she barked at Dixie, and that's what caused the fight. But
You know what I was thinking? Because I went back and watched it again today, and I was thinking, Addison gives Dixie the chew, and then moments later, that's when I think that Dixie might have dropped one of the chews out of her mouth, and Carly might have lifted up, not even trying to get it, but I don't know, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, we will need a hot water system we thought about it for the laundry. We just wouldn't, I guess he wasn't thinking about it for
the hot water
the
system.
yeah. Here, Oki said, I have a 30-gallon gas hot water tank if you can have if you want it. Mike wants to know what boots you wear. Sponsor. I didn't. Yeah, he said, hey Brandon, what boots are you using that as a sponsor?
High C.
Yeah, Hisea. HISEA.
Roger, yeah. Actually, y'all hopefully coming out here pretty soon.
Who?
Roger and his wife's gonna actually come this time, I think. Or maybe I'm talking ahead of myself. Yes, that company is High C. They got great boots, and we have a bunch of mud boots. Which the ones I like is the ones I wear all the time around here. They're like leather, but water doesn't affect them. They're really awesome.
I have 2 pair. I love them, but I tell them I need me a pair of actually working boots like Brandon has.
Robin, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Awesome. We'll greatly appreciate it. No spray foam.
Sterno cans.
It'll happen again. Well, like I say, we fed them separate the last two or 3 days, but I think now they're back to putting it in one bowl, and we'll see what.
Well, we put it both in both bowls, but they did really good. I think it was just a spur of the moment kind of thing.
Yeah, once we get the first, I got to figure out where we can put it in, and once I get some of the friends down here, and we can talk about it, and maybe we can get it figured out. Team of 34
Check into the instant hot water. I have one, and you never run out.
Yeah, we need one of those.
Hey, if we get a shower in the shed, I'll be taking showers out there instead of the camper.
The kids, it is so cool that the kids know they have to hurry up and take a shower, because if not, they will run out of water. They know to go in and turn the water on, take a shower, then dry off, get out and turn the water off. So it's pretty cool. The kids are really learning.
When we was using the pump, though, the pump only lasts I think literally, 10 minutes sounds like a stretch. But so Leighton, I think, was in the shower the other day and he hollered out the door. He was like, "Mom, it's time to turn the water off." So I turned it off, and about 2 minutes, well, no, probably about a minute later, he calls back, "Okay, let's try it again." And it's just, the pump life sucks.
Yeah, Mike, I would definitely work with them. They're a good company, really good company.
Now don't you put the boots in the description. Yeah, we may just feed the chews. That's what we did today. I told the kids not to feed them the chews, and it may not be the chews, but I don't want them to be putting their fingers in their mouths. And Kayson has superpowers in his yellow cape.
Yeah, yeah. Boy, he loved that cape. Okay, what kind of those boots? Yeah, I don't have. I'll have to get a link to put them in. I should have a video, but I'll find it later. Let's see. Look at that, and I'll look at this real quick.
And also, yes, I have a high C video coming soon. Wonderful boots. Mary said I have a Dislike 5500 instantaneous water heater if you want it. In an RV, you wet, done, turn off water, soap down, rinse off, or you run out of hot water. The thing is we have not actually ran out of well, maybe once or twice we've ran out of hot water, but it's the water that we run out of. The water just completely turns off when using the pump. So that's what really got us. Spider. Yes, Clara, I always go with Ed, and Viv wants to go, so yeah, I'm good at all these things and used to do it for a living, and I can set tile. I used to build custom showers.
Yeah, that's where my downfall is. Like I say, I can build the.
Marty said she's looking for the high C video.
That's what I was doing as well.
Right there.
That it. Oh, that ain't where.
Oh. Just kidding.
I thought it was right there.
It has a shower head too, that
Really?
water heater thing. Add hot water is a huge price increase if it's just for laundry, especially since it's temporary. How's the dogs doing? They're doing good with the, I mean, it was just that one time, and I don't know, but they are getting older and figuring out who's in control, I guess. I don't know. Roger said, just get my number from Ed. Just let me know what I can help with.
All right, I will. I will definitely do that. No, it won't let me copy it.
She
Okay.
said it's brand new. The water heater also has increased wiring and plumbing costs in addition to the cost of the heater.
I just don't know where. We have to find out where we're going to put the bathroom, because we haven't even discussed the bathroom. So we'll.
I don't know. I think it need to be like put the washer and dryer where I said to at first,
Right.
and then right next to that wall, on the other side of the wall, right there by the washer, put a bathroom. So that the plumbing is all there together.
Right. Okay.
I don't know. Hey, Sherman Family Farm. Another option is a small 15-gallon water heater. It can be installed high or low to get it out of the way. Inline heaters are awesome, but they are pricey. Space versus cost balance.
So, obviously, if we're going to make it later on into somebody stay there, we got to put a shower in a deal, but we may have to add it on later. We just need something to get us by now. But the only thing I worry about is if we add it on later, you've already got insulation and electricity running through it.
Yeah.
The walls. Which, on the electricity, obviously we have to run it all the way around. But there was some people talking about the lights as a ceiling fan and stuff. But if we're going to use paneling, we can put those inset lights inside. What do y'all suggest on like the height for the ceiling fans and stuff? Because we definitely don't want to be hitting our heads up.
Yeah, someone was talking about like if we wanted to do ceiling fans or something, but we'd have to go higher if we did that. For the ceiling?
Yeah.
Maybe do the plumbing and electric for a bathroom, but then just add it later.
Add everything later?
Yeah, like actually do the plumbing and electric.
We would have to build on to it before. Well, I get what. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So we need to get our paper and draw that out.
To ask Dutch about his laundry. Maybe the mini split system, one for each end.
Yeah, somebody was talking about the mini splits.
What's a mini split?
It's just what Marie and them put in their tiny house, Fifi's deal. I think I found a link to the boots, so I'm sure it says it's too much.
How tall is our ceiling?
It's
We don't
about
really know,
10.
do we?
It's about 10 or 8 foot tall. Yeah, it's 8 foot tall. I just about got there. That is the boots, and I'm pretty sure that it's still active. That was one of the older videos I posted. Huh? Yeah, you can.
I'll pin it to the top of the screen.
It's
one pin though.
Yeah, let's just unpin that. Well,
Okay,
okay, it
there
went
we
down.
go.
I was about to say. Yeah, our ceiling's about 8 foot tall. Yeah.
Are you building the ceiling horizontal at the height of the walls or angled along the roof line? We talked about that, but I think we're gonna do it as a ceiling. Are you doing the angle?
Well, our ceilings go up, and then it's got a little notch, and then just make it flat all the way across.
Sorry, but what she was asking, are you kind of like this one? Are you just gonna go straight where these 2x4s are as a ceiling, or are you gonna go keep it up and down and make it all a ceiling?
Up and down.
So it's always gonna be rectangle.
Yeah.
Or triangle.
Yeah.
Mini splits are pretty cool. They heat and cool. Yeah, we've seen at Marie and them.
That's what Marie and them put in,
yeah.
was a mini split, which.
Are you going to do a lifted in the bedroom? Oh, I think what she meant is loft.
No, I don't think we're going to do a loft in there.
We may eventually do like a loft bed or something so that he can sleep and then put stuff under his bed, like a desk, and just save room or something like that. But we're gonna look into it. Blake says I would recommend mini split. My parents have one on their trailer, in their trailer. for the trailer, whatever.
I have never seen one, so I'll have to see what they're talking about.
It's just a long, like the one at Fifi's. It's a long, just like an AC, but it's heat and AC. But it's a long, skinny thing.
Yeah, well, like Mike said, he put one the Mr. Cool in at his house. Like said, likes the mini split.
I think
I'm gonna have to
you'll
go
be
look at it.
happier if you go ahead and put the rough plumbing in for a future bathroom. It will be so much easier later, but I understand just getting it good enough for now. So Ando said.
Yeah, I think you're right, Andy. We're just going to
Hey Ed.
basically get everything ready and put in, and then later on we can, do all the little upgrades and stuff. We're just going to put what we need right now. There's Ed Kirkpatrick.
I wouldn't put a mini split in until it's permanent though.
Probably not. If we do anything, it'll be like a AC unit until we know for sure.
Yeah. Blake sends you a mini split.
Okay.
Text.
I'll take a look at it after we get off of here. Hey, Randy, how are you? Stick with what's necessary, add this. Yeah, I agree on that.
If you wait for the bathroom, put up a door for a little building strictly for the bathroom.
But Roger says he's got one for his building, and he likes it as well. It is going good. We are just doing our weekly live, and didn't know if we was going to do it, but I was like, my days are coming. I'm fixing to be off for a couple of days, and we've got some materials. So I wanted to kind of talk things out to make sure I'm going the right direction, and I always like to include each and every one of y'all to be a part of our project. What?
I said you can also put a toilet in the shower to save space too. I don't know if that was a joke, but it made me laugh.
Yeah, we may go with the tankless. So for now, what we're going to put in, and we may later save room for the toilet, we're going to do the bedroom, the washer, and dryer. And honestly, if we made the bathroom area close to the washer and dryer, would be great for the plumbing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I decided that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Look,
Yeah.
Margie found it too.
Thank you, Margie.
Roger, I'm conspiring with Brandon and Stephanie on Viv and me going to help with wiring and plumbing and other stuff. He was telling Ed. If you rough in the plumbing but don't install a shower or toilet yet, fill the P-trap on the drain with vegetable oil so it blocks off the sewer gas that would come through a dry drain pipe.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, Blake says, who knows who wears the pants, Brandon?
Right.
I may not wear the pants, but I know more.
Greetings, Eddy family from South Africa. How awesome is that, guys? South Africa.
Yep, keep plumbing as close as... See, I knew.
That's what I was telling you.
Yeah. The laundry room can always be made a mud room later. Keep from tracking stuff in. Just a suggestion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we'll do that.
We could always, too, because we plan on moving this building, or I think we do.
If we make this into a tiny, like somewhere guests can stay, we're going to leave it here.
That's true.
Because we will have our RV here, and
we'll probably still have the electric and stuff.
This here is going to stay.
Yeah.
Because we've already ran all the electric in.
Yeah.
It's buried. So now we've got to run electric from this box to the tiny cabin, and which it's not going to be far. It's just right.
It's
It's not far at all. Y'all seen where it's at.
Lake Tahoe, California. They got 4 inches of snow yesterday.
Wow.
That's a good idea to have a full-size bed up top and below have his desk and chair. I've always wanted one of those all in one spot. I thought about it, but then we just had kid after kid after kid until we had 4. And so loft beds don't work really good when you was in a small house. So now that, 2 of our kids will have their own rooms. The boys will have their own rooms. The girls will still share, but we could still, I plan on doing 2. They're not going to have bunk beds. They've had bunk beds, and I think that's the reason that they always slept in the same bed, is because they didn't want to fight each other for, I don't know, but they're going to have their own separate beds. So we may end up doing a loft bed for the girls later on, or maybe this loft bed of Leighton's, if we get it, can turn into one of the girls'. I don't know. Who knows? I'm a day-to-day. And I used to never be a day-to-day person until I met Brandon. I've always been a planner, and because that's the way to do it, is you plan something, and then in a month, you go and do what you planned. And then I met this guy, and he doesn't plan anything.
No, I may come home and we may take a 3-hour trip.
We did one time. We went down to see family, and that was a couple hours away. We got to that town and turned around and came right back. He decided, no, I don't want to see him today. I'm just not in it.
I just wanted to drive. Sometimes you just got to go for a drive. That was years ago. That was before we had kids.
That was.
We only had Leighton.
We only had 1 or 2 kids.
Yeah.
But hey, whatever. I'm an easygoing person though. I'd rather plan it, but I'm like, whatever. Kind of like Leighton's birthday coming up. I've been asking Brandon for a couple weeks now. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to plan his birthday party. Yes, we're gonna go and do something, and he's inviting a couple of friends, and I'm trying to debate on if we want to do it during the week of Christmas break or on a weekend. But Brandon's off during the week, and he's like, I don't care, and I'm like, yes, you do care. You just don't want to plan it.
Hi, Connie. Thank you so much for watching from Walnut, Mississippi. $220. That's 220. And we are going to put a stove and stuff in there eventually, but we're going to wire it. We're going to have plenty plugs in it. We're going to put stuff in there so we can put the stove, the ice box, and I may also put another 220 plug on the other side. So if we ever decide to switch sides, move it around, we can just move it and unblock it.
Okay. We're expecting a snowstorm in Kansas and Oklahoma over the next few weeks. Spent the last few days wrapping up outside stuff. No one even flinched when I said we had 4 feet of snow yesterday. Well, even though that's California, we're in Oklahoma, and we may have snow tomorrow and go swimming the next day.
It's crazy.
So, there's a cooktop that sits on the counter, gas or electric. Yeah, I've seen those. That may be what we just get for in there, because I don't want to what we're bad about, and it's probably because we have a big family, is we're bad at crowding rooms. And it just, I won't say stresses, because I don't really get stressed out. But
especially now.
What's the word I'm looking for?
Like now in the mornings, like get up and go to church, or they get up and go to school, and I got to work days. So we're up, and you got 6 people trying to go to the bathroom, brush the teeth, and the bathroom and the brushing teeth area is on the top part of the RV, so that's where we sleep. But we get by. I mean, we're not complaining at all. We're very, very blessed to be out here. Um, at first, it was rough, but hey, as time goes on, we're able to. Now we got water. Thanks to TC, he sent us some water, some of those high powerful water hoses.
Yes.
We got water directly to the RV now, so we don't have to fill the tank up or anything like that. You just turn the water on.
Corey, if Brandon said that, he'd need to run for his life too. He said, my wife said she wanted a woman cave because I have a man cave. I said, you have one in the kitchen. That sounds like something Brandon would say.
I do a lot of joking sometimes, and some people are like, what is wrong with him? But if you know me, usually when I get tired, or mainly late at night, I do a lot of joking because I've always worked nights, and that's when I really come out of my shell is at night. Daytime, I just go through the day. Yeah, Sarah, sometimes you do. I love driving, and that's like being in my work on duties. There's sometimes I may put 200 miles on the car. I may drive from one side of the county to the other side of the county.
Like I said, he ain't lying about the joking part, guys.
I can do some joking sometimes, but I'm a really easy person to read if something's bothering me or if I'm upset.
He shows his emotions.
Yeah.
His face does not hide it. Driving can be so relaxing.
Ed said he hasn't seen snow in 5 years.
I was gonna say we seen it the other day, but that was more like I wouldn't call it really snow. It was like a sleet. I'm a morning person. My first 2 hours of the day are my favorite. Mike, I'm the same way. I'm more of a morning person. I'd rather sleep at night. And this one, he wants to go live and stuff. No. No. I was up and I was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's get out there.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I had some other people send some pictures as well.
Stretch my big.
Oh.
Over, down, up, right there. Oh, yeah. Okay. Dogs are doing really good.
Night Owls has some funny jokes. Yeah. It is. It's been a long time since I've worked like 11 to 7. Our shifts that we work are from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. But some nights you just hang out with the guys after work, or not after work. We have friends, fellow partners that are in different towns, and sometimes there's only one officer on duty most of the time with them. If it's a crazy night, we'll hang out in that town just in case they need backup or whatever. And let me tell you, the other night was a full moon. I'll tell you this much. I literally just went 10-8. I come on, and they was the town that the municipality that is in the same county we're in was actually needing backup. So we show up, and there's an ambulance there, and the cop car's there. Well, I hop in, and they're in the back of the ambulance. They're fighting this girl. So I've got the girl's arm. I mean, she knocked the EMS glasses off, and we ended up pinning her arm. She was spitting, and I can remember seeing Blake come to the back because the back of the doors were open. And Blake looks in, and I was like, get in this thing and drive us to the hospital. So we shut the doors, and here we go with Blake running code. And it's hard to stand up in the back of an ambulance when you're running code to a hospital. But
Use a lot of leg muscles.
A lot of leg muscles. But well, I'll tell you how bad she was she got a bad shot of dope. And usually we can take a combative person into the hospital and they hit them with 1 cc of medicine, and about, I don't know, a minute and a half they're out. Well, this girl, she had to have 3 cc's of some different type of medicine, and she just got a bad shot of dope. And unfortunately, we're starting to see that more and more. But it's so crazy, and that's what I like about working in a small community, because we know all the officers in both municipalities. When something happens to one of them, I mean, we have great friendships with them, and to see somebody struggling, like the one getting his glasses knocked off, he didn't deserve that. He's there to help her, but sometimes they're out of their head, and there's just nothing that you can do. But yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yvette said, Instapot, air fryer, slow cooker. That's all you need. That's what I've been using, the Instapot a bunch now, and it will be nice to. I'll probably put that inside the camper or inside the barn. But also, I
Good night,
have
Brenda.
I don't even know what it's called, but it's just it's electric, but it's just like a little fryer, like a frying pan, but you just sit it on the stove and you can just clean it out and stuff. And I may put that over there too. That'd be pretty easy to use.
Blake, was that the first time you've ever drove an ambulance? What do we have the next night? Oh, yeah, that was at the jail.
Are you answering your own questions?
Yeah, I am.
If you like to use ice, I'll get you one of those portable ice makers. It's about $50 or $80 to $100. I think about it more now about ice, because right now we don't have anywhere to put ice. And I'll think about, like tonight, I was thinking about making me a cup of hot chocolate, but I don't want to sit there and wait for it to cool down. So usually I'll just throw a couple cubes of ice in it and it's ready to drink, and we don't have ice.
Yeah, Tammy, for ones that don't
electric
know,
skillet.
The guy I'm talking to on here, Blake Clifton, he is my partner. What's that?
It's a bug.
He's my partner,
I
and
think I'm scared of it.
yeah, I am. So I don't even remember where I was going with that. But yes,
Explain who Blake is.
It's crazy because we could be sitting at the office, not have nothing all night long, and most of the time what happens is like 10 or 15 minutes before the end of your shift, all heck breaks loose, and then it's on.
Yeah, I may have to do that. Get a little ice maker. It was a snake.
Yeah, the gel. Oh.
I may have to do that though. Get an ice maker to put on the counter.
That same girl, Blake, tried to escape tonight. It said working on mess some nights are wild. Yes, and more power. I couldn't do y'all's job. Y'all see so much. It's because that's the deal. Is like when we show up at the wreck, we're waiting for the EMS to arrive because y'all are there to fix them, and it's just so amazing to see how y'all work so calm. Like they're not breathing. I mean, we pulled up on one. It was probably the first of the year. The guy's not breathing at all, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I'm just sitting there. They pick him up, put the machine on him, and by the time they get back to the ambulance or to the hospital, he's already breathing. And it's just weird how sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. It's crazy.
He said, yeah, I know. They finally got her. He tried again doing exchange with another officer. Yeah, with Bob and Pat, if they say it's quiet, the radio goes nuts. That's how it is with a lot of jobs. Like, I worked at a daycare. and for years, for 5 or 6 years, and you don't say the Q word, you don't say quiet, because it's the babies are all gonna wake up, or the 2-year-olds are all gonna start having a meltdown. Same with doctors. You don't say it, because then that's when the ER is gonna be booked up, and yeah, it's.
Yeah, I seen Cassie got her one. Yeah, if it was a snake I'd been on, I must be way behind.
I'm not behind.
Yeah, oh, Mike's got to go work at 5. Yeah, Mike's also a police officer as well. He's in the city, and which there's all kinds of bad stuff happen up there. So, periodically through the day, when we get a news broadcast or a bolo that officer's been shot in Oklahoma City, I'm always trying to call. The other day, I called, he didn't answer, and I was like, oh gosh, this ain't good. But then I was like, a short time later he called, but he was actually assisting the officer to get to the hospital. But yeah, I wouldn't work where Mike works.
Josh, Brandon, or Stephanie, has the roads been icy lately? No, not icy. Just wet and dusty, I guess. Just like you, Brandon, medical professionals run on adrenaline in the moment. You should see us right after it's done. What's that wiggly thing in those wires above your head? Those are phone cords and extension cords.
I think somebody's jacking with me.
Probably so. Like that on your leg.
I do not do that kind of stuff. If they give me a snake call, I'm not going. That's for wildlife. They go to school for that stuff.
I love Christmas, but hate the cold weather. Yeah, that's how I am.
And it's weird this year. I've been getting cold.
Snake.
Usually I'm good with winter, but not this year.
But I feel like here in the country, we're up on the hill, and the wind is so much stronger that it's so much colder here than when it is in town. Ed said, I do snake calls. Well, you may have to come all the way from Georgia and get a snake call one day.
Well, yeah, blood or saliva or fluids bother you, it's definitely not a profession for sure, because the girl the other night was spitting blood, and there's many nights that we come home and we got blood on us, and it just, those clothes go straight to the washer. You just never know. I used to freak out over blood because I'm always scared of AIDS or hepatitis C, and one night I did get some blood on me that the gentleman had hepatitis C, and oh man, I almost killed myself by worrying. But I went out to the doctor, and I've talked to many doctors since, and there's like, it's really hard to catch hepatitis C or HIV or AIDS, because you can't just get it, because as soon as it's airborne, it's dead or something like that. But yeah, I've calmed down a little bit. So
who's the cooker? Any more kiddos?
No, we're done with our kids, or we're done having kids. No, we're not done with our kids. When they do get older, we talked about doing adoption or being a foster parent, just because there are so many kids that I would love to give a good home. And the only thing that probably won't work over well with me is I couldn't do
He couldn't do foster and just give them back.
Yeah, I couldn't. You couldn't give them to me for 6 months and then take them back. I couldn't do that.
But I've always said, if I could afford it, I would have kids after kids after kids. I love kids, and I guess that's why I worked at a daycare. People don't see how I worked at a daycare and had 4 kids of my own. They were just they just think I'm crazy. But I just,
Yeah.
I think it's because things just roll off me. Like, I don't know. I'm not a worrier. I don't know.
There's high sea boots right there.
I'm easy going.
The ones that was asking about the high sea boots.
Oh God, these are heavy. They got mud on them.
They got mud on them, but these things here, there you go. They got a battery in them.
Oh.
I was like, good
Like,
Lord,
those
that's
are
some heavy
heavy.
mud. But
the kids, it's probably Kayson trying to trap you.
These things right here, I know Mike's off, but these are the first ones they will send you, Mike. And let me tell you, every time they've asked me if I wanted more, I've took them. And Steph and the kids has got some too. And then they ended up sending me another pair. But these things here are absolutely comfortable. They look like muck boots. The only difference that I really think is probably the price. And what I do is get another padding in there because I got bad feet and it helps. So these are definitely awesome.
I don't know if anything will help his feet. He's got flat feet.
Yeah, they're flat. If you're new tonight, put a heart. If this is the first time you've been in here, put a heart. Yeah, I don't do snakes.
I'm over here playing with the bug, thinking it was part of my sock.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a lot of patience to work in all professions. I mean, firemen get them as well, bad calls as well. So I think after a while, your patience start to end.
That's the word I was looking for. I have patience.
Yeah, they are, Endell. Look at all the new people here. First time watching. Awesome. Y'all be sure to subscribe to our channel. We'd love for y'all to join our YouTube family. Animal control is a sworn law enforcement. Yeah, some departments are, yes. Washington, you can get Narcan from pharmacies without, prescription. The officer carries it. Yes, so we do. We do carry Narcan, and now, from my understanding, if you're prescribed pain medication, they actually give you Narcan with it as well. But man, there's a lot of people that flirt with it, and that ain't good.
There was a question and it keeps scrolling, so I forgot.
Crush and run.
That's the question.
Yeah, 1.5 inch crush and run. So the next rock we will get is going to be clean 1 inch rock.
Because you can't really, with all the rain that we got,
clean.
It got really, I wouldn't say muddy, but that crush stuff was pretty dirty.
It's packing in really good. So we'll get some clean 1.5 inches and put on there, and but it's a lot better than walking across the mud. We had a subscriber. We've had several subscribers. I want to stay anonymous, but send us a load of rock. And once we put that first one down, I was like, looked into seeing how much it would be to haul rock with a dump trailer. And luckily, Marie and William, y'all see them in our video tomorrow. Y'all definitely go check them out. After you watch the video, she knows so much about animals. She has so many animals. It's awesome. And a lot of these, we have some animals out here, but a lot of the animals out here is hers as well, that we brought down here to clean our property off. And so it worked for both of us.
I've seen that comment. Lord, them boots look like they're for Bigfoot.
Yes,
he only wears a size 14.
14.
There was something else about Oh, Sylvia said something. I ran a daycare for the Navy, and we kept children for deployed parents. Also, that's
Oh,
awesome.
really? You know, I always said that somebody would probably get rich if they would open up a night daycare, because
Over the nighttime, yeah, and it's
that
so
would be so
easy.
easy because they're sleeping. Um,
Now, some kids though, some kids don't
yeah, but
sleep at
it would
night,
be
especially away from parents. Yeah, we talked about doing that once, which we talked about it like we'd have to buy a building or um, in our new house or something, just
hi,
because we didn't
Kathy Leighton.
have big enough area. But we talked about he could be like the managing type person for the daycare, and then I can actually run it because I know quite a bit how to do the running and um, what food. I I opened up the daycare with the owner, and she taught us a lot of stuff to. I could do that part, but we talked about it, and then we just kind of
We
fast
commit,
forward
yeah,
to moving out here and doing farm.
yeah. We've had a lot of people come from our law enforcement side. The crush and run powder packs down.
Hey, Kathy. I know you just said that, but I haven't seen you in a while.
Old Dean, Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm.
Steph says she's gonna try to outdo my channel, but I can't say much. She's starting to gain on me. Yeah, I don't do no snake. Boy, yeah, I couldn't do a fake. That's a deal. Like if I get scared, it puts me in the. I don't know. Especially with snakes, I cannot stand snakes.
Morgan said Debbie and I taking a kitten or a cat there they have forever homes. We could never get them because we don't know if they can be cared for like they should be. Yep. Oh, Ed said there's a night daycare there in his hometown.
Really? Yeah, I would love to do that, but my lord, I honestly did not know how much work it would be just to live out here and have animals. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Um, there's always something to do. You're feeding, you're fixing fence, you're cutting grass, you're cleaning. I mean, with 4 kids, I know everybody sees toys in the background, trash. We get some hateful comments. Until you raise, you won't understand how hard it is to a clean area.
Rand, how far do you drive to get the rock? 15 miles?
15
20?
miles, yeah.
Had to take child development classes and Navy classes. We were the parents for 6 months at a time. Yeah, that's what we had to keep up with our 20 hours. It was only 20 hours a year. And then I think they moved it up after that. I think it was like 40 hours, but it still wasn't too bad.
I pinned Steph's channel at the top of the page.
Steph, what is the name of your channel?
Yeah, scan. Yeah, I don't do them. Bugs bother me. Um,
I can do bugs.
that and that I read some comments that yes, there's a few clippings that um, sometimes my video may have something Stephanie's videos got in. Sometimes vice versa. There's people that watch Stephanie's channel that don't watch my channel. There's people watch mine that don't watch Steph's. So if that happens, I mean, there's nothing. I mean, if you're new to our channel, we try to show our true family life. I mean, literally, everything we document. We honestly document anytime we go to events or something like that. It just if it's content, things that we think the public's going to take it and run with it, the trolls, we post that on our membership, and we don't get no backlash off of it on a membership. It ain't nothing anybody's missing out. I know it's just something extra we offer. And then we started doing the whole just like, for instance, the blocks. I left it out in a video. Well, we started getting hundreds of messages about blocks, so we went ahead and took a picture and posted it just to let everybody know that we're on the right page, but sometimes we do take y'all's advice. Um, and honestly, I did not realize the wood would rot so quick. So yes, that is the company asked me if I had blocks I wanted to put up. I didn't, but I did the next day.
Yep.
Okay, some of them said they enjoy watching both of them. And if you do watch both of them, me and Steph was talking about this earlier. Like last night, they went live on her channel. I was at work. When we go on live on any of the channels, we're going on the membership. We'll send you a message letting you know that we're going live. That way, some people don't get the notifications, and that way you can be there when it starts.
Have you thought about homeschooling? It's such a blessing. I watch both channels. Have for months. I adore the fam. No, I mean, we thought about it for a quick second, but we have so much to do during the day that it's easier. There's a fly that's bugging me. It's easier to get done while the kids are in school, especially like this time of year. Christmas shopping I get to do while they're in school, and I want them to have that outside interaction so that they're not, I don't know. Because, I mean, I know a few kids that are homeschooled too, and I mean, they're fine.
But they need the interaction with other people.
More. Yeah.
Because I don't want them to feel like they're sheltered. I mean, they need to know how to deal with problems. Obviously, every kid has a problem when they're at school. They need to learn how to work through it.
Yeah.
Good evening. Yes, sometimes you get notified. Not all the times I get notified when our friends go live. And I get a lot of emails, and we don't have no control over that. And that's just the reason why we start. And if you are a new member, we got several this week. If you want to be notified, be sure to send us an email at eddyfamilyfarm@gmail.com with a phone number, and we will add it to the list. I've got a new phone number, so I'm still adding all the other ones for last week. But just send us an email, and we'll just put it in the black book and add it. OG said she liked it when Steph went on the walk on the property and the deer was watching. That was back there where you was looking for your rings.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, see, my chat. I screenshotted it on Leighton's phone.
Oh, she had 228 people in her chat.
I might have had more. I just, when we seen that was at the very end.
Yeah.
So.
All right, guys, we've been on here for a while, and we got some really good advice. And, like anything, we're going to take y'all's advice because that's the only way you're going to learn things. Yeah, I do have, I do have some people coming down that's going to help me with the shop. I'll just leave y'all's mind wondering. And we'll hopefully get a bunch of things done. So it's going to start moving pretty quick here pretty soon. So y'all have to stay tuned. Missed most of your live. We'll have to go back and rewatch it. All right. Sorry about that, Kim. Yeah. But anyways, we hope each and every one of y'all have a wonderful night. If you're new to the channel, be sure to like and hit that notification bell and subscribe. So we'll see y'all in the next video.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Sweet dreams.